Now, Gaza's biggest hospital, the Al-Shifa Hospital, is at the forefront of this war. Remember, hospitals should be sanctuaries, places that are safe, where people can take refuge. But what has happened is that the Al-Shifa Hospital, and indeed the other hospitals in the Gaza Strip, are now on the front lines of this war. The Israeli troops have denied that they've ordered for the immediate evacuation of the Al-Shifa Hospital. It says that it has only responded to requests by the medical center's director, who asked for a safe route out for those who wish to leave. Earlier, it was reported that the IDF had ordered via an ultimatum asking for everyone inside the Al-Shifa premises to evacuate from the hospital within a span of an hour. Now, according to reports that have now surfaced again in Western media, hundreds of people evacuated, literally fled from the Al-Shifa Hospital on their feet, after the hospital director said that the Israeli army has ordered for the hospital to be emptied out. Israel's offensive has extended to the south of Gaza, as well as in Gaza's Khan Yunis, which is in the southern part of the territory. At least 26 people have been killed in a strike on a residential building, and 23 people have been severely wounded. With Israel expanding its ground offensive, an Israeli airstrike has killed 5 Palestinian fighters and has wounded 2 others in West Bank. Israeli army has targeted Palestinians in the West Bank as well. And what has been witnessed is that nearly about 170 Palestinians have been killed in the West Bank by the Israelis ever since this bout of violence began. And remember, in the West Bank, Hamas does not even exist. The tensions are on the rise in the Lebanon-Israel border as well, where the Iran-backed Hezbollah group and Israel have traded rocket and missile fire. Hezbollah has said that it has shot down an Israeli drone near the border, and Israel's military claims that it intercepted a missile that was fired at an Israeli drone. Meanwhile, the first batch of fuel is now entered into the Gaza Strip from Egypt under the Israel-US deal. 17,000 litres of fuel for telecommunications company has passed through the Rafah crossing to end the communication blackout that has halted 8 convoys for well over 2 days now. With worries of children's safety in Gaza mounting, the first plane carrying 15 people from Gaza, including children and their families, arrived in the United Arab Emirates. Now, the flight is part of the United Arab Emirates Residents Initiative to provide medical treatment in UAE hospitals for about 1,000 children in the Gaza Strip. Separately, talks around the war continue. Back in Israel, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant hosted his French counterpart in Tel Aviv on Friday. The two discussed humanitarian issues and hostages who are held. The duo also shared operational achievements and developments on the ground. In the United States, President Joe Biden has pressed for immediate release of hostages during talks with the Qatari leadership. Bahrain's Crown Prince has called for a hostage exchange between Hamas and Israel in order to achieve a break in hostilities. The prince unequivocally has condemned the 7th of October attack and the Israeli air campaign of relentlessly bombing the Palestinian territories. We earlier spoke with Mr. John Entwistle. He's the head of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies delegation to Palestine, and this is what he had to say about the crisis facing the medical community in the Gaza Strip.
Fuel. There must be more fuel coming into the Gaza Strip. This is critical to transport humanitarian aid to the north and to other places in Gaza. It's critical to run the necessary infrastructure like electricity for the equipment in the hospitals, for the water treatment plants, for the sewage treatment plants, even for the bakeries to produce a simple items such as bread. Humanitarian aid needs to get into Gaza, it needs to increase, and it needs to happen now.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.